Hello friends, so today we are going to convert a Rake task into a service. So there are few steps we need to follow. Firstly, we are going to create the Rake task, and then we are going to write the shell script to run that Rake task, and then we are going to add its entry into the services or daemon list of the Ubuntu server or any other server we are using. And then we are going to enable that service and start it and then stop it or check its status. Okay, so let's do the coding part of it. Okay, so let's create our new Rails application. Now let's move to our application. Let's start our application and let's visit localhost. Our application is running now. We are using Rails 7 and Ruby 3.1. Okay, so let's generate a rate task. Okay, so a new task has been generated. So let's check it inside our application. Let's open our project inside an ID. Okay, now let's visit our task inside library folder, inside task folder. Here is our Ruby task. So our task has been created for us. So here we are going to create the TCP server. Okay, so let's visit the documentation for creating the TCP server. Okay, so this is the code written to generate a socket. So let's paste it inside our task. So we are going to use the port 3005. So this is the rate task. So let's write something here. Okay, so let's visit the console and start this rate task. And we can see our rate task with this command. So this is our rate task. So now we are going to run our rate task. Starting the socket server at port 3005. So at port 3005 our socket server is started. So to verify it, okay, let's split this tab. So we are going to list all the processes which are running at 3005. Running at This is the process ID which is running at port 3005. So our process is successfully running. So to get the output from our socket, So we are going to get the output from our socket as hello and the timestamp. So for that we are going to run the nc command localhost 3005. So we are getting the output here. So our socket server is running. So now we are okay. So now we are going to write the shell script for it. Okay. Now we are going to cd into the home directory of our project folder. So after cd into the directory, let's execute our shell script. Okay, so let's let's give this shell file the executing permission. So we are giving the permission to execute to our shell script. Now it's changed to green. Let's start our shell script. Okay, so it has started our server. So it has started our TCP server at port 3005. So it's verified. Now what we are going to do? Now we are going to make its entry inside the services list of our Ubuntu server. Okay. So okay, let's move to the services services list where the entries of all the services inside the Ubuntu server are placed. So cd into root etc. system B, then we already have few entries of the server of the services, so we are making our new custom service here. TCP.Service. Now give it the execute permission. Okay, so let's edit it now. Okay, so this is the configuration for our custom service. Okay, so cd to Rails application, cd to task, that service. We have saved our service. Okay, so now we are going to enable it. Sudo systemctl enable new TCP systemctl. Symlink is created. Now we are going to enable UFW sudo 2005. Okay, so now we are going to start our service. First, we are going to check its status. It's not running. We are going to start it. Now we are checking its status. It's running. So let's check the process of the. Okay, let's check if any process is running at port 3005. No process is running. So let's check if any service is listening at port 3005. So okay, so we are going to use the uh, network at port 3005. Okay, let's start TCP. Yeah, so port 3005 is listening over the TCP. Okay, so currently it is getting, so the port 3005 is getting listened by a service. So let's stop it. Now check. Now nobody is listening at port 3005. Now start it. Now check the status. Again port 3005 is listening. So to verify if our service is running at it or not, so let's NC at the local host port 3005 if somebody is listening. So our break task is converted into the service.